Hello everyone, I'm Simon Preston and welcome back to Reggae Boyz Commentary. Yes, this is the channel where we come together to discuss everything in relation to Jamaican football. Yep, that's right. It's a new year. Just let it sink in that June this year it's going to be 25 years since Jamaica played at the World Cup. 10 years ago, Jamaica missed out on the Gold Cup. 20 years ago, Anandilo scored that bullet against Guatemala at the Gold Cup in 2003. 20 years ago, Darren Byfield scored for Jamaica. And 20 years ago, Andy Williams scored from the penalty spot against Guatemala in that same Gold Cup, the Orange Bowl Stadium in Miami. Yeah. That's right. That's right, folks. But in this video, what we're going to look ahead. We're going to look ahead. We're going to look ahead. The top 5 Reggae Boys. That's right. The top 5 Reggae Boys to look out for in 2023. That's right. The top 5 Reggae Boys to look out for in 2023. And I know you guys are expecting to hear the likes of Ravel Morrison, Andre Blake, Adrian Mariappa, Michael Antonio, Andre Gray, Javon East. Nah, you're not going to hear those names. Well, are you ready? Well, folks, let's get the show on the road, shall we? With number 5 on this list. Are you guys ready? So, who is number 5 on this list? Well, number 5 is Daniel Johnson. Yes, that is right, folks. Daniel Johnson, the same Daniel Johnson who made his debut for the Reggae Boyz in 2020. He is on this list, and he is somebody that the Jamaicans should be keenly looking ahead to in 2023. He might be 30 years of age, but let me tell you something, he still carries a wealth of experience, not only from his time at Preston North End as captain, but also his time as well dating back to Aston Villa when he won the Next Gen series with them. This is a man that should have been a reggae boy from he was 18 years old, but here we are, 12 years later, and he only has a couple of caps to his name. He did score against Mexico, as we know, in the World Cup qualifier, and in addition to that as well, we know that he scored against Saudi Arabia, that brilliant goal in his second game. When it comes to the midfield, just like what we saw against Costa Rica, he's somebody that can push the team forward, somebody that is that good distributor. You can't have a team without Daniel Johnson, and that is the reality of the situation. So Daniel Johnson for me is not only in the team but in the 11. Daniel Johnson for me is a regular in the team. Just let that sink in. A regular within the team. So at number 5, it's Daniel Johnson. At number 4 on this list, it's somebody that has yet to make his debut for Jamaica. He was called up, but as we know, had an injury and wasn't able to take the field for Jamaica when he was 21 years old. He's 22 years old now, and what is his name? His name is John Russell. Jonathan Edward Russell. Yes, Jonathan Edward Russell was born October 9 in the year 2000 in Hounslow, and that's in West London for those who are aware, not far from Ealing. So yeah, he began his life at Chelsea at the under-7 level, progressed well, turned professional in 2017, went on loan to Accrington Stanley, played some good games there in League One, but he came back and was sold to Huddersfield Town. Yep. So right now he's in his second season at Huddersfield Town, and he's a defensive midfielder that the Jamaicans will be looking forward to have. 6 feet 4 inches tall, somebody that can do the dirty work effectively, and someone that is reliable. So at number 4 on this list, it is John Russell. At number 3 on this list, it says a player that can operate as a defensive midfielder, but is more better, in my opinion, in the defensive aspect. This is somebody that has won a World Cup. And that is Joel Latibeaudiere. Yep, Joel Latibeaudiere was a part of the England squad that won the Under-17 FIFA World Cup in India in 2017. Yep, the same England that were trailing to Spain. Yep, they defeated Spain in the final. This is the same team that had Phil Foden, Jadon Sancho, Angel Gomez, George McEachran. Some great players. Ryan Brewster. There are some outstanding players part of this team. It was absolute joy to watch this team with Hudson-Odoi, Sancho, Gomez, Brewster, Emile Smith-Rowe, Danny Loda. And we haven't even gone into the other elements of it, such as Curtis Anderson, Kirby, that's Nyan Kirby, Morgan Gibbs-White, Mark Gehi. Yep. And we can go on and on and on. Yep. It's a long list. A really long list. But as it relates to Joel and his defensive capabilities, he's somebody that can slot in right at the heart of central defense. Reliable, credible, authentic. So, at number 3 on this list, it is Joel Latibeaudiere. At number 2 on this list, it's somebody that a lot of people have been waiting to see in national colours, and even should be Jamaica's number 1 right now in many eyes, and that is Kanaya Boyce Clark. Yep, Kanaya Boyce Clark is a great player. Outstanding goalkeeper. We saw what he could do for Jamaica from the Under-20 Championship earlier in this calendar year, and he's proven himself to be a great player, and I think it's just a matter of time at 19 years old before he gets that opportunity in the Reading first team. He's progressed well, and his market value is only continuing to grow. Reads the game well, commanding presence, and certainly one that can drive the fear of the Almighty into the opposition. So at number 2, it is Kanaya Boyce Clark. And at number 1 on this list, the player to watch the most in 2023 for Jamaica is Omari Hutchinson. 19 years old, going to be 20 later this calendar year, and somebody to really keep a close eye on. Attacking player with all the pace, venom, power, precision, everything that you need to succeed. That is exactly what Omari Hutchinson will bring. That is exactly the type of player that we will need, and that is exactly the reason why we will need him. So at number 1 in this list, it is Omari Hutchinson. Just again to recap, at number 5, Daniel Johnson. Number 4, John Russell. Number 3, Joel Latibeaudiere. Number 2, Kanaya Boyce Clark. And at number 1, Omari Hutchinson. So, what are your thoughts, folks? Well, let me know your thoughts. Do you agree with this 5? Is there another list that you have in mind? Which player did I leave out of my top 5? Well, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Tell me how you really feel. Who else should have been in this list in particular? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to Reggae Boyz Commentary for more content.